Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, September 3rd, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. This is a public service announcement. Unless you want to be out a lot later than you had planned, never go out with Joe Barson of Citizen Pride to a Ram's Head beer release night. You've been warned. But I will say the new harvest beer from Ram's Head is pretty good. You want to check that out. Well, we made it another week, barely, and the weekend is here, so let's get into it, shall we? Let's start off with a bit more tornado news. The National Weather Service rated it an EF2. The scale goes from 0 to 5 with a 200-yard width, so that was a pretty big hurricane, I think. Locally, both the mayor of Annapolis and the county executive have declared states of emergency, and the governor offered to help as needed. There are 2 community resource centers set up for residents and businesses, one at the Southern District Police Station on Stepney's Lane in Edgewater, and another at the Mount Olive AME Church on Hicks Avenue in Annapolis. The county has set up a portal to report damage, and you can find it at aacounty.org/damage survey. Additionally, the county is placing dumpsters for debris collection at the Woodland Beach Fire Company and in the 400 and 1900 blocks of Shore Drive in Edgewater. In Annapolis, the city is reporting that 38 people have been displaced, 3 buildings destroyed, 24 condemned buildings, 26 with major damage, and 49 with minor damage. They said that they do expect those numbers to rise as the building inspectors complete their work, and they did also caution people to make sure that you are using a licensed contractor for any repairs and to watch out for scams. An interesting political footnote amongst all this, as the mayor, county executive, delegates, senator, and alder peeps, including Ward 3 Alderwoman Rhonda Pindell Charles, all took advantage of the photo op/stroll down West Street with Governor Hogan yesterday. They inspected well-insured buildings which do not vote in elections. Now, Ward 3 candidate Keanu Smith Brown, he invited Democratic frontrunner for governor, current comptroller Peter Franchot, to tour 2 subsidized housing complexes that sustained significant damage in the tornado. A brilliant political move right there. Bad look for Rhonda Pindell Charles. I mentioned this yesterday, but tune in to Good Morning America on Tuesday. Monica Alvarado from Bread and Butter Kitchen will be featured for her work with Feed Anne Arundel. They filmed a segment yesterday morning outside of the cafe, and we have some photos over on eyeonannapolis.net. You want to check them out. And while Feed Anne Arundel was formed in the pandemic, they sprung into action yesterday as well, providing close to 500 meals to first responders and families affected by the tornado. So well done, Feed Anne Arundel. This next story seems a little bit silly to me, but it comes out of Baltimore. And apparently a restaurant called Gypsy Queen, actually it's a food truck, is changing its name to the Queen Trucksterant. Why, you might ask? Because apparently the word gypsy is offensive to gypsies. Not sure if this is silliness, seriousness, or a very shrewd PR stunt. But Gypsy Queen will now be called the Queen Trucksterant. What is not a PR stunt is that one of our sponsors has been named to Inc. magazine's list of fastest growing private companies. Rehab 2 Perform came in at 1,398 out of 5,000. This is the second straight year for the company, which recently opened here in Annapolis at 1750 Forest Drive. That's the old MAFE building. And they are getting ready to open up their 6th location in Columbia in just a few months. So congrats to Dr. Josh and Rehab 2 Perform. And as we wrap up, there's not enough going on this weekend to warrant a full weekend wrap-up, so here is the abridged version. Saturday, Navy football kicks off their home opener at 3:30 p.m. against Marshall, and tickets are available at navysports.com. You want to stay tuned to us for all of the updates. At 5:30 p.m. on Saturday, it is the free Pops in the Park concert at Quiet Waters Park by the Annapolis Symphony. That's always a lot of fun. And on Sunday at noon, it is the First Sunday Arts Festival along West Street in Annapolis, because it is the first Sunday. The Renn Fest is in full swing now, and that may be a really good option considering the weather this weekend. And a little bit of a programming note. Monday is a Labor Day holiday, and we are just not going to be doing any labor, so we're going to be taking the day off and chillaxing. All right, that's it for the news, but a reminder that coming up tomorrow, the local business spotlight is Jane from Scout and Molly's at the Annapolis Town Center, and I may have some fun news about the Annapolis Town Center and True Food Kitchen in the next week or so. You want to keep your ear out for that one. And coming up next week, the fun guys from Park Fit. I had a lot of fun doing that one. You want to make sure you tune in for that one next Saturday. And I do think I have a bonus podcast or two coming up in the next week, so you want to stay tuned. Keep those ears open. As always, thank you for listening, and if you are somewhere where you can leave us a rating or a review, please do, and make sure you let your friends, family, and colleagues all know about us and to give us a follow. It really does help. A quick thank you to our four sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, Rehab to Perform, and MacMedics. It is Friday, so I will take this time just to say have a great long weekend. Stay safe, wash those hands, be kind to people, keep the Delta variant away, and we will see you on Tuesday. Now hang tight. George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather report. All that in just a bit.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company.
Did you know that home values jumped over 10% on average in 2020? And we are expected to see more increases over the next 3 to 6 months. What's causing this rise in value? First, limited inventory. We have about 60% fewer homes on the market right now than we did the same time last year. Second, low interest rates. People can afford more home right now, and that is very appealing. Third, increased buyer demand. We literally have over 20 interested and qualified buyers waiting for the right home to come on the market, and we are not alone. If you were ever thinking of timing the market just right to get the highest price in recent history, your time has come. My team is available and ready. Give us a call today. We'll check your home's value and break neighborhood records.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
Are you an active adult or competitive athlete dealing with an injury keeping you from being at your best? Then Rehab to Perform is here to get you back to your full potential. R2P is a unique fitness-focused physical therapy company with 4 locations in Maryland. More like a training room and a personal training studio than a medical facility. R2P offers physical therapy for lower back pain, overuse injuries, post-surgery, muscle pulls, chronic pain, and more. R2P also offers rehabilitation for concussions and mild traumatic brain injuries. To learn more, visit rehabtoperform.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, September 3rd. Yesterday was a great step in the right direction towards some normalcy for the Annapolis region following Wednesday's severe weather, with max sunshine and refreshing temps along with some breezy winds. And today might be even better with more sunshine and very comfortable temps in the 75 to 80 degree range, along with light northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. To be followed by a virtual repeat on Saturday to get the long holiday weekend started, with temps maybe in the upper 70s to lower 80s for the Navy football home opener in Annapolis against the thundering herd of Marshall. Then it's more comfortable early September temps on Sunday with highs around 80 degrees, with mixed skies and a small but valid chance of some PM showers, with Labor Day Monday then rounding out the long holiday weekend with sunshine in mid-80s. And looking further ahead next week, temps will likely stay in the 80s the whole week, with a general expectation that we should be able to avoid a return to 90s for a bit, which I don't think anyone's going to argue with at this point. One more thing, a quick National Weather Service recap of Wednesday's tornado. An official NWS site survey was performed Thursday, and the conclusion of their preliminary damage survey was that it was an EF2 storm with a path length of 11.25 miles, a maximum width of 200 yards, which is just over a tenth of a mile, and peak winds of 125 miles per hour, which means it wasn't that far off of EF3 status on the enhanced Fujita scale used to rate tornadoes, all occurring between 2 and 2:30 p.m. starting south of Annapolis near Harwood, and essentially moving parallel with Route 2 to the northeast, where it finally lifted off the ground around Route 50 after crossing Roe Boulevard. The NWS is surveying other sites in Maryland, so the overall total of tornadoes could maybe be 2 or 3 twisters total in the state, to go with at least 7 confirmed tornadoes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, one of which was at least an EF3. And that is, as they say, that one for the books. Now we turn the page, start the cleanup process, do what we can to settle it all down, and try to enjoy some really nice weather today through Labor Day Monday. And bottom line, simply find a way to keep moving it forward. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DC MDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there and a great weekend. And do all you can to stay weather informed and safe throughout the weekend. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DC MDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and definitely use our website at dcmdvaweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. MacMedics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. MacMedics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. MacMedics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service, and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call MacMedics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at MacMedics.com.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. With all the talk of energy resilience in the news recently, I'm surprised there's not more talk about solar plus batteries, especially since 1/3 of all of our new residential solar projects include a battery backup system that provides instant energy security and peace of mind. And with incentives in place for battery backup, this investment is now more affordable than ever. With financing rates as low as 0.99% and plans offering 18 months same as cash, it's now easier than ever to go solar with no money down. Financing creates an easy bill swap scenario where you replace your electric bill with a loan payment, allowing you to build equity in your own personal energy supply. Don't wait for your next power outage to act. Contact us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net to learn more about solar with battery backup. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's are wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.